Michael C., the source of light, over the mic. My guest and I will share our stories and experiences. Now on the show today we have, once again, Dr. Jamie Foster. And we're going to talk about how to be a leader, what it takes to be a leader, and a lot more. Sit back, relax. We got a good one for you. You already know what time it is. Let's go get 'em. Ha ha! We're back! We're back! You already know who it is. Michael C., the source of light, over the mic. Sit back and relax, y'all. I brought her back. I brought the HBCU doctor back. The beautiful, the intelligent, the leader of Melrose Elementary School, Dr. Jamie Foster. What's going on, girl? Welcome back to the SkyBoxx.
Hello, Michael C. Thank you for having me back in the SkyBoxx.
You
It was a
already
pleasure
know.
last time, even better this time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, well, like I said, you're a great leader.
Thank you.
Like I said, a lot. I mean, we went through a little turmoil through our years at Melrose, but one thing about you definitely brought the light, and brought the sunshines and rainbows back to Melrose.
Thank you. Thank you.
As that being said,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about being a leader.
Okay.
All right. Describe to me, what do you think a leader is?
Wow. A leader is someone who makes people do a number of things. One, makes people want to go harder in the paint. Working hard, but I'm going to work smarter. We both could be losing weight, but a leader, a good one, is going to say, we can ready train for this marathon. We're not getting ready to do this hamster wheel thing no more, because that's what we've been doing. Nope, time to go. Or a good leader goes, you've been on these training wheels now for a couple of months. Think you're ready for riding with the big boys. But I'm going to ride behind you. I'm going to let you go, but know that I'm behind you. When you start to wobble, I got you. But better yet, I'm going to be cheering you on. Mike C., let's go. At the same time, a good leader knows how to give each person they lead what they need.
Right.
Some people need a kick in the butt.
Right.
Some people need a shoulder to cry on. Some people need reassurance.
Right.
Some people need reverse psychology. Like, man, they say you can't do that. What you getting ready to show them? Some people need outright, look, I believe in you. Here's what we are. This is what you got. Go for it. And then others just need to be left alone with a little bit of tweaking, pruning, and then they're good.
So what makes you a great leader?
Wow. One, I don't believe that I'm a great leader. And here's what I don't take that, I don't mean that from a place of, nah, I'm an okay leader. Do I believe that my leadership can be great? I do. Largely because I am side by side with the people that I work for, who work for me, and who work with me. You get the same respect from me, whether you are the assistant principal in the building with me, or you're the substitute custodian in the building with me.
I agree with that.
That's me, period. And I'm never going to let you do something that I either haven't done, wouldn't do, or am currently doing. And I'm always going to keep you. I got you. I'm going to catch you. So when you go to fall, you don't even have to worry about falling, because I'm right there. I'm right there to catch you.
That's so funny. You said that the very, very first time in that gathering. I will be your safety net.
I will always be your safety net. But I'm going to also push you to places that you don't think you can go to, that I know you can.
You definitely have. You definitely have.
Yeah, but what's crazy is we're doing it.
Right.
We're doing it. And largely because as a great leader, you have to see the vision, the big picture, but also be able to chop that big picture up into the small pieces for each person that you're with, and then collectively for the group or the team. For real, I don't want us to be a family. I want us to be a team. Families.
You don't want the family, because then a lot of things get
families know how to look good for the picture. We all get dressed in the same colors, we coordinate, we solid, we smile for the photo. But for real, I can't stand you. Never liked your wife, and you fought my husband last time we were together.
Right, right.
But as a team, man, I give my left arm for you. And when we have issue, fallout, the team rallies around us to be like, get it together.
Right.
And then we come to each other, one of us, or both of us, humbles ourselves and goes, look, we ain't never doing this again.
Right.
And we don't. And when we do, somebody checks us to go like, yo, you said you weren't going to do this again. What's up? What you into? And you're going, okay, I got that. You know what? I got this. I acknowledge this. And then I'm coming back, apologizing to the team. And we just continue to go stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger.
So a little bit of it is compromising.
Mm-hmm.
What else is it? What else starts a great leader? How does it all start?
Wow.
Does it start from within? Does it start with an inspiration?
It's a great question. Great leadership, I believe, starts within. I don't believe that you can make a great leader. I believe you can make a good leader. Has something inside that usually someone has to get that fire burning in them.
Right. Okay.
And that's usually by another great leader.
Right.
Usually great leaders make great leaders, shape and mold. Because I think there's a difference. Shaping and molding great leaders. I can't necessarily take you from nothing to something as a great leader. But if you've got something there, I can shape and mold that. I can shape and mold that to that potential. Because if you experience success begets success. So now you are bought into what I'm saying, recommending, guiding, advising, because you've experienced a win.
Right.
And realize, whoa,
that's it.
That triangle works.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Yeah. What great leader do you look up to right now and why?
Past or present?
Let's go with the past, and then let's walk into the present.
Sure. I'm almost certain that I talked about this person in my first time with you. My very first principal when I got a job, Helena Nobles Jones. When I became an educator in Prince George's County Public Schools right outside of DC, she was the greatest leader I've ever had, still to this day. She was an unapologetic 6'2", 200-pound, salt and pepper Caesar haircut Black woman. HBCU born and bred, had retired from 35 years in Washington, D.C., another, I think, 7 years in Baltimore County, retired to then come to Prince George's County and start a brand new high school from scratch. And they hadn't built a high school in Prince George's County in 20 years. And she instilled in every person who taught with her, you will have nothing but excellence. Excellence is what you will strive for every day. So you will give your best every single day, even when you're not at your best. And she taught me something that I, interestingly enough, say to staff and to children. While you are not perfect, your work can be.
Right. I'll give you a sentence and you fill in the blank.
Sure.
The toughest part about being a great leader is
having to sometimes tell people about where they're falling short. Those, and we call them at times come to Jesus conversations, but when I've got to have the hard talks, because for the most part, you enjoy every person who you work with. They all have their quirks. You know, they've got their nuances. Some people do this than others, and that can be, whatever. But having to have that hard talk where you've done something, the actual easy talk is when you've done something huge that I have to address. The hard something is when you've done something that I could let slide, but as a great leader, I recognize that that will impact climate and culture between you two as a person or this group or this team. And if I don't address it, it could be something that festers in other places if I let this go, because people will see, oh, she lets that. Or, oh, that person did that. Oh, so I guess I can too. And so now, instead of dealing with one situation of that, now I'm dealing with 6 situations of that because I didn't do whatever I needed to do to have that hard conversation.
Do you see any teacher right now that you work with and you say to yourself, this person can become a great leader?
Tons of them. Here's what I can say. What Melrose has in its ranks are teachers who each have capacity to be the greatest leader that they could be, even if it's the greatest leader of their classroom, greatest leader of their team. Many times, because our population of teachers, our cadre is young,
Right.
for the most part, most 7 years or less of teaching. You're not even in a place yet to even be thinking about going onto the quote unquote dark side,
Right.
becoming an administrator.
Right.
Like, you're just not thinking that. And so many of them have experienced turnover, whether that's amongst their team, other colleagues, realizing like, oh my gosh, while they didn't necessarily lose leadership, they watched some pretty tumultuous leadership occur. So they could be like, oh my gosh, I'll never do that.
Right.
But do I think that I have leaders at Melrose who could be real movers and shakers in urban education, whether that's in their own classroom or in a larger capacity for a school of their own or a district of their own? I believe so.
All right.
I do.
Every leader has a flaw. What is yours per se?
Initially, it was I didn't know how to say no.
Oh,
Everything
you know how to say no.
everything
You
becomes a
definitely know how to
yes.
say no.
Well, everything was a yes. Now, I can still stretch myself too thin. Probably also not necessarily allowing time for self-care. As a leader, you've got to find ways to unplug.
Gotta have team me.
Yeah, you gotta have way, and you can feel guilty about it though.
Right.
You can.
Right.
You can feel guilty about it. So I've just recently gone back to my power walking routine after school, just to have a moment to decompress my day.
Right.
And allow whatever the day, because in my mind, every day at Melrose is a great day. Even if it was a bonkers day, it was still a very good day.
Right.
But to allow myself a moment to just decompress and process, reflect, and not even from a place of what could I have done better, simply, okay, what do I need to do next?
Right. Almost over.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen you have fixed a lot around here. What's something that you feel that you can fix that's going to take a few years to conquer?
Easily a climate and culture where scholars can let things go. Families trust us from the classroom level to the school level to address the issues that ail us.
Any shout outs?
Always shout out, Jesus, you're my everything. God, you keep me, you put me here for these reasons. My son Morgan is the reason why I do this. He is. Shout out to every teacher, custodian, cafeteria worker, secretary, assistant principal, Ms. Peterson, who gets to rock the helm of Melrose Elementary with me. And then best yet, shout out to every family and every scholar who crosses that threshold every Monday through Friday. It's a pleasure and an honor to serve you.
I know that's right.
It is a pleasure and an honor to serve you, and I do it humbly.
Yes, you do.
I do it humbly, and I do it willingly, and I do it with a lot of love and care.
I know that.
So shout outs big
to
all of them.
It's
Shout
huge.
outs big to all those.
All right, shout out to, you know who it is, my love. You know what it is. My little funny guy. Special shout out to my guy, Pappy. You already know, get better, guy. You already know what it is. Melrose, stand up. You already know what it is. But if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at the number one, SkyBoxx at gmail.com. If you're on your favorite podcast or YouTube, all you have to do is search the SkyBoxx and click that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. And if you're on IG, all you have to do is search at SkyBoxxPod. And if you're on Facebook, search me, Micheal C. or Micheal Curtis, Ficheal Curtis. And once again, I want to thank Dr. Jamie Foster for coming through the SkyBoxx and giving her all her insight about leadership and a lot more. And again, my name is Micheal C., the source of life over the mic. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all. Foster was right. When it comes to a leader, it starts from within. But who is that person? Who is that person that inspires you to become that great leader? Because when you look at that person in your mind is that great leader. Now you have to ask yourself, are you a great leader? I'm Michael C., the source of life, over the mic. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all. Thanks for watching the SkyBoxx. And click one of these 3 videos that pertain to the SkyBoxx. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all.